Hey Oscar, this movie got nominated for 2 Golden Globes. Doesn't it make you feel good that one day you'll probably also get a Golden Globe?
Yeah, and I actually bet the house on it, so really hoping that music pulls on through for the best comedy or dramatic.
I'd love it if C's looking at it and she's like, oh wow, nominated for best comedy. Disregards the music part. My name is Carl.
My name's Oscar.
And this is Who Would Watch This?
Welcome to Who Would Watch This, the podcast where we review bad films and try and figure out who would watch this. Today
we're talking about Sia's directorial debut that has so much controversy. It currently has 9% on Rotten Tomatoes, a 1 on Letterboxd, and a 3.1 on IMDb. Oscar, what's the plot of Music?
Zoo, played by...
Fuck. Go on.
Played by Kate Hudson, yes, is newly sober when she receives news that she is becoming the sole guardian of a half-sister named Music, played by Maddie, what's her last name?
No idea.
Maddie from Dance Mums and also Sia's, prodigy. A young girl on the autistic spectrum, the film explores 2 of Sia's favourite themes, finding a voice and creating family. Did you feel like finding a voice and creating your family while watching this, Carl?
No, I think it made me hate my family more, and I
correct.
actually haven't spoken till now since watching it, so it really did the opposite.
Well, you're not very musical. You're not very happy. Why do I think the movie's called Happy?
I don't know, because the poster's like 2 eggs and a smiley face.
Yeah, maybe it's that. I feel like there's another one with Selena Gomez that's like, oh, that's Fundamentals Caring. I'm so off. Anyway, Music.
So, polar opposite films. I dare say one's tasteful.
Yeah, one is tasteful.
And Sia directed it. So
we're just reviewing I think it's a great underground film, and I think it deserves all the Golden Globes to be nominated for.
Wow, look at this cult classic that we've stumbled upon.
I don't think it would ever... I don't think it's even going to achieve that. It's just going to be like a mark that, don't do this.
This is if Sia wasn't already famous,
yeah,
a nail in a coffin on somebody's career in any other circumstance.
I think her film career is dead. Music-wise,
it's gotta be.
Yeah, she's not going to be allowed. Music videos, sure, but no dramatic or comedy films from now on.
And after all, we do know this movie is a laugh riot.
Oh my word. It's something.
It is the best comedy
that I've watched this week.
Before we jump into the review, let's rewind to when our younger selves hadn't seen it and tried to guess who they thought would watch Music.
Carl, have you heard anything about Sia's new movie?
Alright, so when we decided to add this to the schedule, the Golden Globe nominations, I think, had just come out, and I went, that seems upsetting. And I went, shall we capitalize on?
Oh yeah, we're jumping on a trend so quickly.
So I know that there's controversy. I know that everyone hates it. Not sure what to vibe it. I think I saw a trailer once before a film and went, that seems off.
Poorly off. I've seen the trailer too, and I'm a bit apprehensive to walking into this. Because I think it might just be upsetting. And there might be nothing else to talk about. In which case, we're gonna have a lot of riff and raffing.
Yeah, it'll have to go. We're gonna have to fill that hour. I think, God, if we're from the trailer, who would watch this? Okay, so let's say we were doing it on the trailer, and it doesn't have bad reviews, and it doesn't have controversy. Who do we think? Because the movie would have been funded for a reason.
Yeah.
Who do we think it's for? It's got to be for just Sia fans.
I think who would watch this are people in the Academy. I guess as a Whatsy King Gilbert, like an Oscar moment, like kind of that sort of thing. Like this is an Oscar defining role, but it doesn't seem like it's that. It does not seem. They've aimed a bit too high, it seems, and it's gone bad.
I know. I'm sure Sia was sitting down going, "God, we're going to follow in the footsteps of Rain Man and What's Eating Gilbert Grape and all of those films that won all those awards."
No. It might win a Golden Globe. We don't know.
God, I sure hope not. Anything else to add?
No, I don't think so.
Who else is it for? I don't know. Maybe Australians. Sia is Australian.
Yeah, actually, that's it.
Is it for us?
It is for us. Sia went, those boys? They deserve a little film. Here you go.
They deserve a film as a treat.
As a little treat. Nom nom nom. On Sia's treat.
It's going to be really upsetting if we both watch it and like it.
Oh, God. I don't...
How will we tackle that?
I don't like... I couldn't imagine defending something that everyone hates. I couldn't sit there. Like, Cat in the Hat, I think, is the only one we've done that I've been like, no, I'm going to stand my ground. This is not deserving of a bad rating. Again, I've revalued it. It's probably like a 7 out of 10, but I'll stand on that hill.
7 out of 10, that's higher than some films that you've given on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
So
no, I've been given every single film 7 and above. My rating is a 3 out of 3. A 9 out of 10 film's okay.
Do you give every film a 7 out of 10? Because room for improvement.
Everything. The Godfather. I just think there could be a second one.
Ooh, and that second one, boy, could there be a third. And until they make a fourth, who knows what to think of the third.
Oh, exactly.
All right.
Well, do we just jump in? I mean,
I'm gonna react to that recording
Yeah.
right now. Oh, the naivety of the hope that perhaps maybe we wouldn't hate it.
what I think I'm happiest about is that I'd almost say the portrayal of autism is only one of the thousands of issues.
Oh yeah, I was not prepared for the fact that the controversy of the depiction of autism is a blanket over what is protecting hundreds of other problematic issues within the film, that if the autism had been done right or not in the film at all, everybody would have been like, so you tackling AIDS?
With a music video?
Bizarre.
It's incredible. God. So happy. Let's chat about it.
Alright, so...
It starts
I can't remember the movie, but the opening is immediately a lot. This editing is upsetting.
I
Remember what it is.
I remember it. It's stylized. It's just cuts. It's cut. And I'm like, oh, that works for a music video. But when we're walking into a film, you go, oh no, is this going to be the choice?
I immediately passed out. And I don't have epilepsy, but I caught it from the film. I was like, oh my god, my pupils widened. And my friend had to come in and be like, oh my god, it's happened again.
He's having a seizure because of Sia.
He's having a seizure. Crushed.
I think that should be on the box art. This will give you a seizure.
I loved it that I read a review where somebody went, Sia's created a movie so loud and colourful someone with autism couldn't watch it. Okay, so I think the thing that you probably also recognise as much as me that upset you.
Yeah.
I thought the tomato sauce was excessively wet.
On a scale from the portrayal of autism to the wet tomato sauce, where'd you rank that?
So clearly she's never met someone autistic, never had tomato sauce on anything. So wet.
Should we, throughout the podcast, list off things that Sia has never encountered before?
She's clearly so wealthy. She's never encountered... Her depiction of street food is very confusing throughout the movie. She's like, everyone eats watermelon on stick and ice cones in the ghetto, right? Sia,
Which is racist and also somehow gentrified. She's mixed I don't know how she's mixing these... I think she's ticked off every offensive thing she can do.
Were you shocked?
Yeah.
Absolutely shocked. I can't remember if I spoiled it for you or not. But the main character being named Music as well chilled me.
It's a poor choice, and we can go into why it's a poor choice and the reason for it. Yeah, so Maddie, who is like Sia's like dance person, plays music. She's autistic. She's named Music. There's a lot worse names than this. The oldest. So, it's so upsetting. Do we just talk about how Sia like prepared this film?
Yeah, go into the history. Go on.
Okay, I was just reading up. How would you... I don't know, Carl, you've made short films before. What's the sort of process?
So you do a lot of prep on your script.
That's wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. Sia, and I quote, didn't want to learn script writing tools. She's like, I got it in my head, which would scare the shit out of any production. Like, what do you mean you've got it? Just like, give us a script. It's like, no. No.
She's like, I've never touched a filthy laptop.
We joke about that, but in the film, she portrays herself as, like, such a rich, like, like, out-of-touch billionaire.
Like, we'll get to her cameo, which really rocked me.
Yeah.
It's actually, I think, this movie's going to clean up at the Razzies.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Sia's going to somehow get nominated for actress, because she's bizarre in this.
Yeah.
But, I also read that the movie's, like, based on one page she wrote.
Oh, yeah, me too. So it's a single page that she thought out. How much can you fit in a single page? Like, you're literally writing lines of...
She wrote large?
Yeah.
She was like, I think this is really compelling. I've already put it into a single page. And they were like, oh god, it must be a cracking page.
Yeah.
It's just music written with that smiley face in the O or something like that. Just
O in music. She's not that music.
What's the thing? Oh no, it's two eyes over the U?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. She's just done that and I've gone, there's your plot.
Scribble at the bottom, autism, AIDS, and drug cartels.
Yeah, she was like, oh god, this is absolutely cracking. Eggs. An egg smiley face.
I bet autistic children might like eggs.
Oh god.
So we're opening to the start. So music wakes up after doing a music video in her head. She goes to her mum or grandmum?
Grandma?
Yeah, I guess so.
Or mum? I don't know.
I don't know.
No. I think they say that their mum abandoned them, so it's the grandma.
Yes. She asks... Oh, God. I feel she asks her to make her eggs. That's, like, the only, like, dialogue music's given.
She has very little dialogue.
Yeah.
So Sia also, like, for a long time refused to apologize for the film.
Yeah.
And even backed up herself in the performance of the actress, going, it got, like, 100% approved by, like, an autism foundation or something like that. Did you read that?
I did read that. But I read an even worse fact that, like, they initially hired an autistic person to play this role.
No, really?
And I quote, this is, like, the worst thing I've ever read. Sia was like...
If she says she's too difficult to work... Oh, fuck off.
She does. She goes, That's tried, appalling. But they were really hard on set, and we just thought, no, we're not gonna... It's too tough. But then why make this film? If you've gone, oh, this is tough.
But here's the thing. One of the issues is the fact that she's made her have so many issues.
Yeah.
Because the autistic people that I know in my life aren't to the level of the extent that that music is portrayed in this. Like, there's different levels to autism.
Oh, 100%.
A lot of people live with it comfortably, and then there's some below that and some higher. So I don't know why she's gone to the nth degree.
Well, you go like how the Breaking Bad people did it with like Sarah Pawsey with I'm not sure
RJ Meyer.
Yeah. You know, he had a mild case, but you know, he was able to like. It's just I can't believe like what was going through her head.
I bumped into him.
You didn't, did you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was here for the Sydney Film Festival, and I was there, and I literally bumped into him. Like kept walking, and my friend went, "That was RJ Might." Because he was there promoting his film.
Really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Wild. I didn't get to enjoy it. I guess this bit of my shoulder touched him.
How aggressively did you bump into this man?
Not that aggressively. Just I pushed him over. We were at like the four-way crossing in George Street.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, everyone's fucking scattering around to
get away. I'm not crossing the road.
And I bumped into him. And he was with, I think... maybe the co-star or his girlfriend. I can't remember.
I've seen the poster for that film. So
you've nailed it.
I've nailed it.
I remember almost seeing that film, and I think instead I went to Parasite.
Probably a good bet.
Nailed it, I reckon. Saw Bong Joon-ho, had a chat with him, so much higher.
Just bumped into RJ Mitt. Oh, I don't like that guy.
His Bong Joon-ho's translator was like, Bong Joon-ho does not like him.
Bit of a dick.
But it's a funny thing in television because television has a smaller budget.
Yeah.
So they end up being more progressive by default. Genuinely, because it's like there's so many great female-centric shows that can't get the movies made. So they go to television, and then they do crazy, and then television ends up being really progressive.
Yeah.
Simply of the fact that movies are sexist.
But they also go like, it's not profitable.
Yeah.
Not profitable.
Whereas, so that's why it's like on Breaking Bad, it was probably easier, cheaper, and made more sense while also being more appropriate to cast someone with cerebral palsy than just have an actor act with cerebral palsy.
Yeah, I feel really bad for Maddie, the actress. I think none of the blame really should be put on her.
No, she's young, and the other thing is...
She was 15 when this got filmed. Like, that's cruel.
Yeah. To
be... And, like, Sia has, like elevated her to, like, such a, like, high level of fame.
Yeah. That
you would just trust this person. Be like, no, this is gonna be fine. It's gonna be well.
But it's also the same with, like, if you're a young, impressionable... So if you're not, like, an established actor, really you can only trust your director.
Yeah.
Like, really. It's like... If, say, in Jojo Rabbit, the boy had been, like, not very good.
Yeah.
He is very good.
Yeah.
And that's because Taika Waititi is a great director, knows how to make a child comfortable on set, knows how to get them to act, knows how to get the performance out of them. So really, I just think it falls on to Sia to take the blame.
I think, give it all to Sia. And I think her reaction to this is just comical. Like, it's fun. Like, honestly, it's the best part of the film. Yeah. Is her dealing with this controversy.
The whole... Everything surrounding the movie makes it such a whirlwind of just... trash.
Yeah.
Like, it's plot wise.
Yeah.
Also, we'll get... So the movie takes off with, like, the death of...
Oh, yes.
The death of the grandma, who's reading a fact and dies.
Oh, well, let's get into the plot. Because I'm... The writing's atrocious.
It's awful.
This grandma, I think she goes... Hey, music. Did you know hippos only give off sweat that's red? Anyway, goodbye. She only talks in
powers down.
She only talks in like fun facts. She gets 2 facts in and then gets a stroke and dies.
I love the idea that Sia was like, I've got the dialogue in my head, and they were like, what do you want her to say? And she was like, shit.
Googling facts rapidly.
She just looked up her browsing history and she was like, oh, hippos. Interesting. I was watching Madagascar the other day.
You guys seen that film? Great film.
Gloria, Jade Pickett Smith nails it.
That's the only film she'd seen in preparation for making a film.
She was like, oh, I would love for Zoo to be played. It's the reason she's obsessed with zoos. Madagascar.
She's like, how come they're not looking a bit like animated? What's up with that? They're like, this is a film. She's like, what do you mean? It's like cute. Like, make them look animated. Where's the lions?
She's like, do you want an animated film? She's like, no, but I'm a big fan of bee movie. Well, how did Jerry Seinfeld look like a bee?
Can we do this but more autistic? Can we do this? They're like, no, we can't do this. Oh, in that case, well, fuck it. I'll make this. So...
Shall we add it to the list that Sia's also never seen a film?
Yeah.
She must have watched a movie after making this and been like, oh, I feel like there's like this thing that happens once and then a second time, then a third time. What is that? And somebody just went, it's a 3-act structure. And she went, wow. Boy, I wish I had that in my film.
Anyway, you guys seen a music video? I've got loads of those.
What's with all this being coherent?
That's just plot and story and characters. She's like, oh.
Where's all the block colours?
Why isn't everything a different colour? I'm just not getting it.
Why is everything here tasteful? The only movies she's seen is that... What's that really offensive one that never got released? That was like a clown in Auschwitz?
Yeah, it's awful. I can't remember. The actress like massive.
No, it's like Jerry Lewis?
That's it.
Is it Jerry Lewis?
Jerry Lewis, yeah.
Wild.
It's buried. Apparently that's coming out soonish.
Yeah, there's like a ton of ones coming out. There's like the guy that did the original Night of the Living Dead and all those films. There's one that never got released that's coming out that everyone's excited for.
That's cool.
So I love that the studios are like, Put it on the streaming service.
Yeah.
We've got to compete with Netflix. What have we never released?
Get anything out. The Outswitch Clown? Yes! Make a sequel now!
So he just takes the elevator and puts the key in and turns it, and it goes to the Jerry Lewis floor, and that's where all of the offensive projects that have never seen the light of day.
How did Sia's music get out?
Why is this in here? And they pick up one and say, "Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio in blackface. That's on the streaming pile."
Disney Plus, take it!
Oh god! All right, so the grandmother's dead.
Okay, so let's talk about Zoo. Can't believe I'm saying that.
Oh my god! I've written her name is Zoo, and I've spelled it Z-O-O because they take a while to confirm how it's spelled.
I think I joked that, is her name Kazoo?
Yeah, over the phone. When I was
we were like, haha, is her name Kazoo? And you went,
yes.
Which really upset me.
Yeah, it's actually awful. I don't remember the point of this note that I've written, but I've gone, Kate Hudson doesn't understand how a chip works.
Oh, she doesn't eat chips well.
Right, okay, good.
Yeah. I mean, I can't
We
really
both
add
noticed
to that.
that?
Oh, we both noticed that. Yeah, I've gone, chips are weird.
Because I remember I was eating the movie with chips, and I crunched them up and shoved them up my butt. So to see her consuming them in such a different way really
it was
threw
freaky,
me.
and it's weird that we did the exact same thing. I did it with my ears, though, which
Yeah.
is more a European thing. But
Yeah.
you know, you British people, you Australians, you're always
Well, always about chips up the arse, aren't
that's
we?
really on the flag. I think put that as the slogan, really, for Australia.
Underneath our flag. Chips up the arse. Then, so basically, Kate Hudson just rocks up, right?
Yep, she rocks up.
She rocks up, she meets music and everything, and she kind of just gets the vibe of like, what if I just kind of left music here to die?
She jokes about this, but it's not really a joke. She calls up the Child Protective Services and is like, hey, I've got like a package. Can I just drop it off? And the Child Protection Service is like, no, that's awful. And she's like, ugh, can you just do it? And she hangs up and she's like, rude. Which is crazy that this is our character.
That's
we're
what
following.
I thought. I was like, so who are we attached to? Because she's basically like, hey, not only do I hate autistic people, but I'm a drug mule.
Also, it's weird. Did you get a weird vibe? Because about 20 minutes in, I went, oh no, it's not about music, it's about Zoo.
That's what I was really confused by. I feel like I'll go into it later, but the whole movie threw me because Zoo, sorry, not Zoo, I think music gets like the least amount to do.
She does.
Go on.
Well, she rocks up, she sees her mum, like her grandma, die, and then Zoo's like, this is my story. And she's just kind of in the background. And it's awful. I think it's disgusting direction. Because, like, Zoo and, like, we'll be introduced to him soon, Ebo?
Yeah.
Are having, a conversation. It's maybe, like, dramatic, but it's not. But then, music's just in the background, like, doing the autistic stuff. And it's, I wouldn't say comical, but it's just so disgusting.
It's really uncomfortable. I compare this film a lot to Swept Away. In terms of it's difficult to talk about, but it's also difficult to consume.
Yeah.
It feels uncomfortable and offensive to watch
I've not been like swept away, and it's just like this episode will just be, I think, just telling off this like film. How dare it?
Well, I think so. Let's discuss the music numbers, because I was really thrown by the fact that I thought the movie's premise was this is how an autistic girl sees life.
Yeah.
And she sees it as music numbers. These music numbers come at such random times. They don't further the plot. I don't think they're particularly well filmed or interesting to look at. What's the point of them?
Well, Carl, a fun little fact. Let's say I give you $4 million to make your perfect film.
Cool. You can do it in one. Pocket the other 3 million.
Clever.
Crunch it up and shove it up my ass.
Clever. Chips are there. You gotta take them out. Anyway, what if I then said, as you're about to finish the final cut, I say, hey, here's $10 million. Can you make some music videos and chuck them in?
Before finishing the final cut. So they'd already done.
They'd filmed everything. Everything had been done. The studio kind of went, a lot of bad autistic stuff here. Can we make it a musical?
Wild.
So they gave them like double the budget to do all the music videos. So that's why they don't really fit at all.
Yeah.
They're just kind of there.
Must be weird because it's probably... This is now not the movie anyone wanted.
Yeah, I don't think Sia's like chuffed because the music. I'll say it right now. I'm a big fan of like Sia's like early catalog, like the We Are Born album. I love her new stuff's a bit too poppy.
I'll say right now, I actually don't really know her
personally.
Sorry, I know her personally, and I've told her specifically I don't listen to your music. My favorite thing I think I've ever seen her do is there's a viral video of her at a supermarket in America with a lollipop, just tapping and going everyone's groceries.
That's nice.
She's like, who's next? So, but I don't understand why, if they had an issue with the movie, you just don't release the film. $4 million is chump change to a studio.
That's what I think. I mean, there was like 1,000 studios.
I guess then they'd miss out on 2 Golden Globe nominations.
I couldn't actually believe it. Like,
Yeah.
What a bad year for film. I get why, but why was this... Like, did no one...
I'm convinced they waited until there was a pandemic and it just came sooner than they thought. They were like, release it during the pandemic, no one will notice.
See it, get it out there.
2 Golden Globe nominations is too much attention. God damn it.
What was the release? Did this get like a very select release? A small amount of people watched it when I guess the Academy of the Golden Globes.
Well, the Golden Globes are like, as we've learned, 80 white people.
But I don't know
who can be swayed if you buy them a fucking sandwich. So,
I mean, sure, okay. Even if they didn't watch,
Jared Leto got nominated for The Little Things. So, but I don't understand in terms of. So they must have seen the original cut for $4 million and gone, we'll give them more money.
Yeah.
So they thought the profitability would go up. Like then they would have to because usually you got to like double your money. So they're like easy $26 million worth of people who watch this or whatever. Like the movie opened to I think 400,000 in Australia.
That's pretty good for Australia. Do you not think?
The Dry opened to like a couple of million.
Okay, maybe not. Then.
Like and the Dry probably has a smaller budget than this. Like
and it is Sia. Like I feel like the promotion.
Well, that's what I thought. And it's like the movie disappeared. So
yeah,
it did the 400,000 and dropped off. It's like the Dry only made more money. It's been like #1 for 8 weeks. What the fuck has music done, huh?
Offended me and most people around us.
Very much. I'm glad I didn't see this in a cinema.
I was thinking that because I was like, oh, maybe because I looked it up online. I had to like, it was like not released yet, and then YouTube was like, it is. You can have it.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine going to the cinema, taking notes, and I would be so angry.
So yeah, but here's the other thing. It's not really a musical because it's just Sia singing and people dancing to it.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre.
It is
also,
bizarre.
What was the movie before this? Like 70 minutes?
It must have been, yeah, because like an hour 40, and I feel like the music videos are like 2 minutes each.
The music videos feel long.
They do.
And they all feel exactly the same. Sia's obsessed with somebody going with that, like opening their mouth, making it an O, and then like looking left
around.
and right with their hands.
Well, because it's
this every time.
Because it's meant to be, the music videos are meant to be like the child, which are the
But
only...
they don't fucking meet up.
No, they don't. Because at the start, it's like, you're right, it totally should be about like how this autistic girl sees the world. Because she's like, all her music videos look exactly like, it's like Yo Gabba Gabba, like that sort of very childish.
Absolutely insufferable. Hated these music videos.
Yeah, but then they're all the exact same style-wise.
Like, I don't understand, like... What you would think it would be is it's like, so Kate Hudson and Ebo
yes
would be in like a fight. Zoo and Ebo would be in a fight.
I can't believe that's a
like in an argument.
Yeah.
And then you would have music watching. Jesus fucking Christ. These characters. And it would be how she perceives a fight.
Yeah.
Like an argument. But it's not like it does that. She's just there having a ball with them.
Yeah, it does it once, but yeah, it's a fun musical like all the rest. It's strange. I don't know why they didn't have
it. Always comes off like Sia's like autistic people don't feel pain or sadness. Everything's just a fucking ball to them.
Yeah, and
because all she does is see color and dancing.
Oh god, it's very painful. Anyway, we're still at the start of the film.
Let's just jump to Ben Schwartz. You got anything else to talk about before Ben Schwartz is introduced?
Let's see. So real quickly, we get introduced to the creepy neighbor, who's this Asian child. Should we just... What else does this film need? It needs an Asian Billy Elliot subplot.
Yeah, wild. I was really confused.
Really confused, because he keeps popping up in the background, and he's like... That's it.
You could cut him in a heartbeat.
Cut him in a heartbeat.
Does not affect the main plot whatsoever.
Not in the slightest.
I'm
Anyway,
not really sure how it's supposed to affect the main plot. Thematically, at least.
No clue. Because there's like one of the most like Jesus Christ moments of the whole film is based on this kid that we don't know anything about.
I know, and it's like nobody seems to notice and or care.
Yeah, it's like a short. I mean, it could be a short film. Wouldn't be a very good short film, but they've just kind of spliced it in at the end.
Well, there's let's, you know what? Let's break it down like Justin to Kelly. Let's talk subplots.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so we've got Ebo, the neighbor.
Yes.
Who has AIDS.
Yep.
Can't get the medication, and his brother's marrying his wife.
Yes.
Wild. That's
Wild.
one character.
Yeah. He's also like this good, lovely man who teaches kids boxing. One of the boxing students is the Asian Billy Elliot.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So there's a bit of cohesion.
not really though. Not like we shouldn't we won't give it that much like praise.
I want to shout out this guy's performance.
He's from Hamilton, yeah.
Yeah, but also he was literally just nominated for a Golden Globe, and he's fantastic in One Night in Miami. So he was nominated for a Golden Globe for another film while music was competing.
Thank God.
So I was just happy for him. He's in a handful of things. I think he's terrific.
Yeah.
Completely misused. I'll probably also say the same about Kate Hudson. Thought she was fine too.
I think, it's just the character is like so bland. I feel like the acting's pretty good. Kate Hudson acting drunk, because she's meant to be like this drunk person throughout the film. I think she does pretty well. It's again, which I love, because it's all Sia's fault.
I know. It's like you can't push the blame onto anyone else.
Yeah, it's just Sia. How dare she?
So we've got Ebo, AIDS.
Yep.
We've got the Grosses, and they have is it their son or adoptive son?
It's son, yes.
Right. And the dad hates him and the mum loves him?
Yeah, because the dad's like, you should be a fighter, and all the kid wants to do is dance.
Is that it?
That's it.
Oh, don't remember that.
Literally Billy Elliot.
Literally Billy Elliot. Right, okay. And then so we know C has seen one movie.
Yeah.
Alright. We've got the landlord who constantly doesn't want to help.
Yeah, he's like, how dare you, Zoo? You should help. I'm going. But
I
you
have
should
nothing to do, but you should help.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm going to try and make money from drugs. No, I'm going to sit in here quietly.
Yeah, I've got things to do.
Here's the thing. I think I'm under the impression that he hates music, but wants to be on his high horse.
Oh, I think that's also Sia's entire intention as well. I don't think she's ever talked or interacted with these autistic people. But she's like, no, I want a Rain Man.
We've then got Ben Schwartz is a drug dealer.
So underused.
I know, so underused. Has a wig fetish.
Is that what it is?
What's the wigs in the background?
He works at a wig. I thought it was like a money.
Front?
Yeah, front.
Oh, okay. So
every time he's on screen, I'm happy, but I'm just like, why? Why did you?
I feel bad for him being in it.
Yeah, I'm glad. I think there's like,
God, I'm glad he's got Sonic money.
That's real money.
That's real fucking money. Sia money doesn't. I love that they're like, we're gonna give you $10 million to put in musical numbers and Ben Schwartz.
We've got Ben Schwartz. Put him in. We need something. He so underused because he's kind of playing it comedic, but I guess he's got like a tragic story. I don't know.
But his plot never pays off.
Never pays off.
I thought he was going to like come and kill her.
Yeah, because just so we know, Zoo is an alcoholic who deals drugs.
Yeah.
She buys the drugs in bulk.
To like rich people.
Yeah. So she buys in bulk from Ben Schwartz. She's always very poor, but Ben Schwartz gives her the drugs. Midway through the film, he gives her loads of drugs. She's like, you need to pay me back because like I'm through if you don't give me the money back.
And you're like, oh, something's going to happen to these drugs and he's going to have to come for revenge.
Yeah.
Nope. Any other characters?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Which is a strange assortment of people.
Yeah. They don't mesh and or make sense. So I'd also like to criticize some of Sia's songs in this movie. I think they're fucking lazy. Like, she clearly wrote them in a time crunch.
Oh, 100%.
There's what does 1 plus... Like, so there's like a 1+1 song.
Yep.
When they're in a swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
What does a swimming pool have to do with that song?
There is one music video that I want to talk about. We can talk about it a bit later. We're going through the plot. I just say it now. Ebo.
Yes!
Yes!
It's the same shit that I wrote down.
Oh my god. So at this moment, all the videos have been stylistically like those kid shows. I'm kind of like, alright, I guess. It's not very good, but sure. Then Sia attempts to make, I think, a metaphor. She tries to go for a theme. Carl, how did you react when you saw this character who's just been told he has AIDS and has just bought drugs off Zoo?
God.
He's in this bright blue room.
Here's the thing. I would have been reading that, and if somebody was like, write a dance number to that, I would have been like, alright, he's sleeping in a Bible. He's got pants that don't fit him.
He's running on a treadmill, this blue room with these oversized pants.
These pants are the most hysterical thing I've ever seen. Why is he in these pants?
Oh my god. He is the metaphor he has to grow up like into his father's pants. Did she just get shoes wrong?
I thought it was like AIDS will make him so skinny he won't fit in his pants.
Oh, is that it?
Like, is that it? That's what I thought she was trying to do.
It's so bad. Like, I would have preferred if it's just art, like just aesthetics.
I'm convinced they'd fucking run out of props. And they went, what do we got left? And we've got old Big Billy's pants and that novelty-sized Bible.
We've got Jared's pants from Subway. Do you want to... It's pretty bad. We shouldn't do that. Sia's like, I've already offended too many. Get Jared's pants now.
Get Jared's pants. Empty the pockets of children and grab the pants.
What do you say? A big Bible? Perfect. Is he religious in the film?
I don't know. I really don't know. Here's the thing. I have never been so paying attention to a movie, but also just not retaining information from it.
No, it's like...
Bits where I was like, this is an insane choice. What's happened? Like, I'd focus on one thing, and it would take so long for my mind to process it and be like, that would have gone through so many approvals on a set to get to that point, and then by then, like, a character's been killed, and I'd just be like, oh no, we'll have to reverse. Like,
there's, I think, a hard and fast rule. I don't know about you, but I never reverse a movie. I'm like, I need to get this done. I'm not watching more of it. So the pants came by and flew past, and it's just like, well, that's a note on my notepad now. Got no idea how to process that.
I literally put it down, and I'm like, hope I remember what that means. So let's talk about Sia's cameo.
Yeah, so
they hop on an elevator without a roof. That's fun.
Yeah.
And Kate Hudson's character, Zoo, is basically just like, hey, music, get your autistic fit out now so you don't have it up there.
I'm trying to deal drugs to very rich people. Don't embarrass me.
I thought that was the worst thing, honestly.
Oh, no,
that
actually,
was terrible.
No.
Get your autism spasm out now.
It's
pretty much the line.
Pretty disgusting. We actually haven't talked about another bit, which, again, so sorry for the actor that plays Ebo, is that music has, like, again, outbreaks, like, throughout the film. One of the tactics that Ebo, because he, I think, had an autistic brother or something, he, in a line of dialogue, goes, he died, though. I'm from Kenya. Now I'm here. He died. Very bad over there. He says the way to deal with autistic people is to smother them with love. So he gets on music, and while she's having like a freak out, he just kind of hugs her on the ground while lots of people around are watching, and it's very upsetting. Almost upsetting as the elevator scene, but there's just a lot of upsetting scenes.
Because he then teaches Kate Hudson how to do it.
Yeah.
And it made me feel... These were the points that made me feel the most uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's right.
No.
I don't know, but it doesn't feel right that you lay on them.
Yeah, it doesn't feel... It feels very irresponsible to teach. Like, that can't be right. If it is right, I think there's more training to it.
Imagine picking one of your main characters to have autism in a film and then doing, like, minimal research and going... Perfect. Like,
it's so surface level. It was just, she was just like, this is what they do. And it, like, not annoys her. I'm not going to put words in her mouth, but she's like, this is what they do. Can you do that? It's like, get the research, do more. It's so bad, and I think the criticism, although the film's batshit insane, I think the criticism and like the lynching, it seems like a bit of a mob, but well deserving. Don't do this.
This is so misguided. And then when Sia's cameo came in, I really had a fucking enough.
Yeah, I think this is just, I think so. She buys drugs off Zoo.
Yeah.
And Sia's plan, she's like famous in this world as well.
Yeah.
Her plan is to buy these drugs and give them to African children. And she's like,
and send them on a private plane.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I was like, is this scene supposed to be funny? Or is it self-deprecating?
I think...
Like her stupidity of the thought? Or, or I was like, is it actually supposed to be a good plan?
Because how I read it was, she's self-aware that celebrities are idiots and do things just for the sake of publicity to be good. Well, it's actually a real misguided plan. In which case, did she know this film was dog shit?
I would have loved it if they were like, "What do you need drugs for?" And she's like, "I'm writing a film."
She's got a weird accent, hasn't she?
She does. It's so aggressively Australian.
Yeah, but
it's so harsh,
but so wealthy Australian.
Yeah,
which is it already sounds bad.
Yeah. I'm Sia. That's what it sounds like. It's weird because she's like, "Drug dealer, is that you?" And it's like, are you Cockney or Australian?
It's Cockney though, isn't it?
It's a weird combo.
It's upsetting though. She buys drugs.
That's what I think, but then she plays it off for charity. I don't get it. Anyway, music gets stung by a bee. And because of it, they don't make a boxing tournament. And I went, was the boxing tournament of value? I can't remember them. Because it's supposed to be played like a... He looks over to two empty chairs and is like... Oh, they've disappointed me again. Like,
and this
like a
Asian
child with their dad. Like,
and this Asian boy that's part of the story now. They're gonna be so upset by not seeing him box.
I know. And then the two boxers hug, and then we don't know what happens.
No, but the angry Asian dad is angry because the boy doesn't fight well.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think the only reason for this bee sting is so Zoo can lose the drugs
and not make it to the
boxing match.
Did she lose the AIDS drugs?
I think just array of drugs, of like party drugs and also AIDS drugs.
Because I thought for sure she was going to do something that was like, here they all are to him.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And they're just kind of gone.
Yeah. Like, I thought she would skip town and give him all the AIDS drugs.
It's really hard to wrap my head around this film the more we talk about it.
It feels like beyond a first draft, because it is a first draft. It's a page of story elements that she's chucked on a thing. Who gave her $4 million? I
wonder if Ben Schwartz was there to teach them improv, and they improv the film. But it just doesn't have comedians, so it's like an improv drama.
Which sounds terrible.
It's like they keep one-upping themselves, and it's like, yeah, well, I have autism. Well, I'm an alcoholic. Well, I have AIDS. Like...
I just got stung by a bee. Lie on me.
Anyway, so she turns to alcohol again because I think she's worried there's going to be ramifications, but there aren't.
But she doesn't ever stop drinking. Like, the film is meant to believe that she's stopped drinking and now she's relapsed, but she never stopped drinking.
I thought she did, because every time she had alcohol, she just poured it down the sink.
I thought so, but she seemed drunk at the meetings, the AA meetings.
That's what I thought. I was like, why do you constantly seem hungover?
Yeah, and like, I'm just a dipshit.
Yeah, like she was still recovering. It's been a while, right?
She was like, how do I get one of those AA chips?
Yeah.
Like, assuming that she hasn't got one ever.
Yeah.
I don't know what her choice was. It's just incredible. She gets really drunk. There's a drunk music video. It's distasteful.
This is what's confusing. Is it's like these aren't seen through music's eyes.
No.
Like sometimes she just has a music number and music's not around.
Yeah.
So I don't know why does Kate Hudson see them as music numbers?
Because she's not. Yeah, because she's drunk, but she's not.
The only thing I liked was there's a part where she took off her glasses and it, like, she grew stuff.
Yeah. There's
fun editing.
Which is ironic because most of the editing's garbage.
Awful.
In this. Yeah, she actually went through so many editors because she said it took 3 years to edit this film.
Fuck off.
3 years. She went through so many editors because none of them saw her vision, which is definitely an editor looking at all the rushes going, what the fuck is this? She's like, I've also just filmed 10 music videos. Can we put them in? Can we put them in?
I love it because it's 100% like they wouldn't have seen the script and they're like, okay, so how does this go here? And she's like, well, here's a page of scribbles.
Bit dirty. A lot of other people have seen it and read it. It's covered in coffee stains. I'm not making another copy. I don't like doing things. I'm the director.
I did see one of her quotes was like, God, directing's easy. Might just do a film.
Yeah, because she's like, I got the confidence because I directed the Chandelier video with Shia LaBeouf.
Mm.
And it's like, that's a music video, 3 minutes. And like, I don't know. She's like, I want a big chandelier in the middle. Props department, get a chandelier in the middle.
So after the Asian dad kills his son, there's this music video.
It was a bizarre music video because she was like, I've never seen a bike before. Let's put a bike in this. What if he rode around on a bike and left on a bike? She's like, what's that next to that giant Bible? Oh, that's a tandem bicycle. Put that in.
I like, she was in her own world while writing the script. And then while filming the film, they had a big window outside and just things walk past. She's like, what's that? Well,
She's never looked outside before. Just pointing at things. Just...
The fuck is that? That's a drug dealer. Put him in. Put him in.
Who's that? That's Ben Schwartz. Hire him.
Give him how much money? $2 million? Sure.
He's got that Sonic money, so he's gotta be worth a lot for this. Ben Schwartz must have fucking forgotten he was in this movie.
Well, he's only in one room, so I can only assume it was a day of filming.
Oh, absolutely. But also, it's like, the movie's filmed in like 2017.
Yeah.
He's gotta be, it must have come out and just been like, oh yeah.
I did a day of that. That was like 22 grand.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, wild. So yeah, Sia doesn't know how to handle just death.
No. So...
Does Kate Hudson sing, or is she miming Sia?
She does, because I think this was meant to be cast by a male. She wanted a male lead.
Right.
So she wanted Shia LaBeouf and Jonah Hill to be like Zoo. And then...
So she wanted Shia LaBeouf to be Zoo and Jonah Hill to be music?
I'd watch it. I would 100% watch it. But yeah, no. And then I can't believe they said this in the news article I was reading, that like as a good thing, but she was like, most of the casting took place over Instagram, because I think Sia was just going through Instagram, saw Kate Hudson can sing, she went, get her.
Yikes. You know, Shia LaBeouf would not have enjoyed this, because one of his big things with the Peanut Butter Falcon was supporting that main kid that has Down syndrome.
Yeah.
And then like making sure he was at the Oscars to like read the cards, and it like he really supported that kid to like get involved in that industry sort of thing. So I can only assume he would have been like, why the fuck have you got this girl pretending to be autistic?
It's Jonah Hill in a wig. The autistic person we
That's
hired.
Jonah Hill, and he's like, well, he's doing a good job. I did think it was a girl.
Alright, I'll win. I'll get a Golden Globe for this.
Oh god. Alright, so then she tries to let go of Zoo. She goes to abandon the apartment. She realizes she loves music and goes to Abo's wedding.
Yeah.
What's his name? Abu? No. Ebo. Yeah.
And I'll say this about the film, that it keeps changing it a little bit. I don't think they committed to the name that much.
Neither. Because she doesn't fucking understand names.
It's like a
She's called herself Sia. I don't think she even realizes.
She can't read.
She can't write.
She can't write. She didn't write a script. Anyway, so it ends on this, like, they're at the wedding of the ex-wife and his brother.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's like, I forgive you. And then Music and Zoo's
they crush it like fucking Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn.
Pretty much.
They're like, hey, look who I've brought. It's music. And me, Zoo.
And then they do a musical number, but not like as we've seen, just like they're on the stage. Like, imagine Little Miss Sunshine, like the ending, how they all get on the stage and it's fun. But not that.
Kate Hudson's like, should we sing now? And it zooms out of the stage and there's a confused DJ being like, why is there a piano here? Do I not start playing? Like, Also, was Ibu the only person in a suit? Why do you wear a tux?
No, everyone else was like well dressed for the wedding, and then like Zoo's like, "Sorry, we're late," and like this druggy out outfit. Like I've been doing heroin for 4 days. I've relapsed on alcohol.
She's like, got pingers up my ass and they're fucking working.
Let's sing a song. Music 1, 2, 3. Your name's Music. I just got that.
I would have loved it if this is a happy ending from her point of view, and it just like cuts. And it's just like she's a fucking wreck. Like she's so high. Like oh,
It
God.
ends.
I was gonna be like, how giant are the yolks at the end? She's like, here's a 3 yolk smiley face, and they're giant yolks.
Oh, oh yeah, I pretty much turned it off immediately. Go on with your egg.
Also, did they want a dog throughout the movie?
Sorry, no, that's right. I turned it off at the dog bit because it was like, hey, see, sorry. Oh, this is such a shit thing. Music's thing is she likes dogs throughout the film. It's shown like twice.
I don't remember her patting a dog.
No, but she gets pictures.
Oh no, she's got dog pictures.
Yeah,
they're constantly the same pictures.
Yeah, they are. It's bad. They've just gone off Google Images, gone dog, 3 images, copy and paste.
One of them was mine.
You actually got paid for that, didn't you?
So I did. I asked for the same amount of money as Ben Schwartz.
And Sia just gave
So
it to
I
him.
too didn't get anything.
Yes, Music gets a dog. It was a music number and it ends.
But like the dances at rehab,
Yeah.
I don't get the correlation between any of them.
No.
Super defeated.
Pretty depressed. This film is definitely worthy of the... Who gave it a Golden Globe? That is...
Like, they're all about famous people. They just wanted Sia to be involved. Because usually it means everyone gets to meet them.
But there's...
Like, do you realize Emily in Paris was like... You know how kind of Emily in Paris is like a gag on Twitter?
Yeah.
So it's like they flew out all of the Golden Globe people to stay in a 5-star hotel that was $3,000 a night for 2 nights, booked out a museum for them to have a luncheon, then invited them all on set to meet the entire cast and do a Q&A. Like, of course it was going to fucking get nominated. It's how easy it is.
It's just...
It's such a small pool. Like, it's 80 people? 80
Oh,
white people?
is it really just
Yeah.
80 people? I thought it was loads. Is it just 80...
No,
Oh, that
like
makes...
the Oscars is tons. It's everyone from all the different, like the Writers Guild and that guild and blah blah blah. No, the Golden Globes is so small. It's just the Foreign Press Association.
Oh my god, I had no idea. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes 100%. They're like, oh wait, Kate Hudson.
That's why so many fucking weird movies end up getting. That's why The Tourist got like 6 Golden Globe nominations.
It's a great film. I will stand by that. 9 out of 10.
We're doing The Tourist one day.
On Letterbox, Carl told me when I first got Letterbox, I'd given The Tourist a 2.5 stars. Maybe a bit high for The Tourist.
I think you had it at a 3.
I didn't have it at 3 because you said to me you gave The Tourist a 4, and I thought for a week I was like, why did I give The Tourist a 4 out of 5?
I think it was at a 3.
You're wrong. And then I checked, and it had been at 2.5, and I was like, that's so acceptable. I think you would give it a 2 as well. It made me feel
I think there's bits to enjoy. What can I say?
when Johnny Depp runs on that roof in Venice.
But
I have fun.
An extra. I put the ceiling at 2 stars, and you've given an extra half. I reckon I've seen The Tourist like 4 times.
Why?
Sorry. Oh, I kind of like it. Like,
It's pretty good. 3.5 stars. Before we talk about this, before we talk about The Tourist more, what? Just general thoughts about
before
this.
we talk about The Tourist, more,
We've got-
we'll talk about The Tourist in our palate cleanser segment.
Because I'll be honest, do you kind of get the feeling you know what Sia's trying to do, but she's just done it
So poorly, yeah.
so poorly,
100%.
Because it feels like a student film given $10 million.
Yeah, it's really clumsy, really poor. It's all around genuinely bad. I think it's one of the worst that we've done.
Yeah.
I can see where she's coming from in terms of being like, I want this theme, that type of character, this type of setting.
Yeah.
And it's just, like it misses the mark so much.
On every element. But it's got these like little bits of things. You got like, I want to do this from this film and smack it together.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't have that cohesion. It's such a strange little thing. And it is pretty offensive.
So awfully offensive. I think it's a pretty ludicrously disgusting
Yeah.
film.
I think you're right. This and Swept Away are the ones that, like, it's just upsetting. Like, some of them, like, yeah, just not great. Why did you give it... Because I've given it a star as well. Why have you not given it half a star? Like, what's... Because there's little bits that I'm not enjoy, but I'm like, it kind of deserves, like...
Look, without credits, it's like 90 minutes.
Yeah.
It's... like, I don't know, there's some half stars in there that I think are just... There are some where I'm like, a half star is like, I flat out don't want to... Could really never watch it again.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever be able to bring myself to ever watch it again. If I had to choose between watching a half star film or music, like, music probably ends up winning a lot of the time.
Yeah. Fair enough.
However, I think it could go to a half.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, like, I don't know. I just, like, was like, oh, like, some of the acting's okay.
Yeah. There's, like, little bits I'm like, it's fine.
Alright, Oscar, who would watch this? Crack of your knuckles.
Crack of my knuckles.
It's a toughie!
For the music videos? I don't know, like, I don't think that, like, because they're so the same all throughout. But I guess if you like the artistic element of a music video, the costumes are quite good. Like, there's obviously been $10 million spent.
Yeah, you love those giant pants, don't you? What an incredible costume. He doesn't fit in them.
Honestly, the still of the giant pants is very fun. Actually, that's why I gave it a half star. Extra half star. I'm like, that's so funny. I guess that's the only thing I would really get out of it. If you like watching music videos and the sort of element of that, it's got very similar styles to them. But I guess if you're trying to make a Sia music video, here's 10 ones randomly made for you. I don't think anyone else should watch this. I think it's offensive, boring, and like.
The other thing is a fucking boring movie, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think and a funny one. I think if you don't like Sia's music, watch this because it's all Sia's fault, and it is a disgusting mess. Carl, who would watch this?
I think the Foreign Press Association would probably watch this for the Golden Globes.
All 80 of them. They didn't watch it.
Anybody else? It's tough. Like, you think it would be for Sia fans. Also, it's like PG. I was like, is it supposed to be for kids? Like, I was like, it's supposed to be a family film? I don't know, because it has, like, drug stuff in it.
Yeah.
But also, like, it does it so playfully and doesn't show any of the side effects of drug addiction or selling drugs or anything.
No, you're right. There's no consequences to
The
her.
movie genuinely has little conflict.
Yeah.
Really. So,
And then which makes it worse because then the conflict is just dealing with music, which is also very offensive.
maybe if you're a drug dealer, you might like it.
Yeah,
You might feel heard.
My life is tough. Sometimes people steal my drugs and I don't get the money back. It's tough to track them down.
Man, what's the day like for the person that found her purse full of drugs?
Wow, is this a whole bag of MDMA?
Just
It's a pretty good day, Carl.
chugs it down immediately.
Oh no, there's some AIDS medicine in there.
Because
I guess I'm good.
The other thing is she comes back looking for it and like kicks over a bin and police are there immediately to be like, pick up that fucking bin.
But then she's like, sorry. And they're like, well, that's fine.
Yeah, she like waves to them, they turn off their lights. And I'm like, they're probably on the prowl to find out who was the person that left behind a giant bag of drugs.
Which is, now I think about that, that means that they hired a cop car for something that didn't need a cop car. They should have kicked the bin. Why do they have that?
That cop car was sitting next to the pants in the Bible.
They're like, get it in.
Fucking, I can understand this being nominated for props.
Yeah, I think.
Carrot Top must love this.
Oh,
Movies for Carrot Top.
who would watch this? Carrot Top's
Top.
like, you know, and Gallagher. I bet he wants to smash those props.
People that are into props, man, are
You're-
gonna love this.
If you're a big props guy and don't like the content of, like, you don't want your stories getting involved with plots, characters, or anything, the props are here for you.
Yeah. I think you have to be addicted to soy milk, so you're a little soy boy, and really into props. Those are my two things. Who's this movie for? People that love soy milk. If you're picking soy milk over oat milk, boy, would you love music?
You freaking love music.
If you're, I tell you what though, I'll fucking make people that drink almond milk watch it. They deserve to be punished.
Oat milk does slap though.
Oat milk's great. I can't stand almond. Too watery.
It is a bit watery.
Yeah, a little sickening. Rice milk's a bit of fun.
Anyway, Carl, what did you watch this week?
My palate cleanser was I watched one of James Gunn's first films, Slither.
Yeah?
You heard of
Nice.
Slither?
I have heard of Slither.
Yeah. Didn't love it as much as I thought I would. I love all of the like blood and gore and everything's like proper like can't think of the name.
Gory?
No, but it's like it's the real one. Like The Thing.
Like
Like you know where it's like the real animatronics and the
or
the blood
effects.
Yeah, practical.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Yeah, love the practical effects in it.
Yeah.
And I think like the last like half is a lot of fun. I didn't realize because I thought the movie was pretty meh.
Yeah.
Up until they introduced the fact that the Slither's a hive mind, and I thought it got pretty creative from there.
Nice. What's the rough plot?
Like a slug flies down into this small American town, joins itself to a character. The character begins to infect other people in the town violently or eating them or whatever. And then because it's a hive mind, the slugs, if like a slug is inside of you and has taken over your body,
Yeah.
you now have the same mind as the original host.
Very cool.
And the host wants Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah.
So it's like any person she meets is like her husband.
Yeah.
Essentially, sort of thing, if they've been taken over by the slug.
Nice.
So yeah. It's a bit of fun. Thought it was alright.
Nice. What did I watch?
You didn't think to look during my little spiel?
I got a couple.
You can do one. Save another one for the next one.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I watched Office Space.
Oh, did you?
I did actually.
Did you love it?
I really liked it.
Oh, how good is it? I adore Office Space.
I didn't realize it's the director of
Like Silicon Valley and stuff like that.
Idiocracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's not what I expected. I thought it was more just like kind of like a depressing sort of just like office life's pretty boring. It's pretty wacky, and I think when the only thing like I wish it kept going was because in Office Space he's like just this like worker drone. He hates his job and everything, and everything annoys him, which is so funny.
Yeah,
I've worked like an admin. It's exactly that.
Oh god, everybody can relate to this. One of the things I relate to the most is him sitting in traffic in the opening credits, merging lanes, and the other one starts to go. It's so spot on.
It's fantastic, and I love honestly that when he gets like hypnotized, he's just so zen.
Yeah.
I kind of wish the whole film was just that.
And when they're doing the like layoffs, everyone fucking loves it.
Oh yeah,
like it's so funny.
I wish I don't mind the what's it called, the sort of plot with the stealing the money.
I love it.
I did like that, but I wish it was just him kind of just climbing to the top with this sort of attitude.
Yeah.
Just like at the end, he's just the best.
No,
very enjoyable. Really
I love
like
that guy
it.
that's like, you move my stapler, and the stapler is the... And they just keep demoting him further.
Yeah,
it's real good.
It's
I
really
love it.
fun.
What'd you give it? Because it's one of my favorite comedies.
I gave it like a 4-star.
Mm.
I'd happily. I've been thinking about it for like a week. And
You'll
a half
keep
now.
revisiting it. I watched it probably like 6 years ago. And it like really lingers. Things will just happen, and I'm like, fuck, Office Space nailed like this like interaction or something you'll be going through. Like, I love it, and I love that main actor Ron Livingston, and I don't think he's gotten his due as an actor.
No, we chatted about him for so long on the podcast. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, him. But you're right. He's only been in that. I don't know what else he's really been in.
Love it. What was the movie he was in that we reviewed?
No, his brother was in.
That's right. What was that? What was that movie?
Was it Cocktail? Was it Cocktail? No, was it
No.
Cocktail? One before Cocktail. If you're a big True fan, just tell yourself now at the screen.
God, what was it? Was it from Justin to Kelly?
Was he in that?
No.
Was that his brother?
Mustn't have been. Ron Livingston's brother. I can't remember why we kept talking about Ron Livingston's brother. I'm going to look it up. I'm really happy you watched that. I'm so happy.
I was very happy that it was so much more, I don't want to say complex, but it was so much more like so much more layers to it. I just really enjoyed
Oh,
it.
he's in Mr. Wrong.
That's it. Yeah, Office Space, and I've just been like, thinking about it. It's fantastic. I think that director, let me find his name,
Mike Judge?
Mike Judge,
Yeah.
has done some fantastic. He was in King of the Hill, which I never really got into, but
I like bits of King of the Hill. It might be something that I think I would enjoy now.
that's what I've heard. I've heard that like once you get into like your slowly getting into your late 20s, it's like King of the Hill slaps.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely domesticated life.
Yeah.
And you really need to have experienced it to
Yeah.
get the sadness of that. Of like this dad that is annoyed by his family a lot and would rather just drink beers by the side of the road with his friends in silence because things aren't what you expect them to be.
Which is a awful idea for a sitcom, but my god,
I have been rewatching Futurama since it's been added to Disney Plus.
Me too.
And it's not like as funny as I remember it being, but boy is it clever.
Right?
Yeah, just as clever as I was like, fuck, it's so good. It really is terrific. I just mean it doesn't have like its bits of humor, but I don't think it like meets The Simpsons on a humor level, but boy is it clever and has great dramatic like beats and stuff.
I like that it's kind of ended, so like the dramatic bits kind of linger. Simpsons,
Yeah.
every time I like see like a dramatic episode, I'm like, it
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's still going.
Well, the and also just because like Futurama has like, God, what do you reckon? Like a sixth of the episodes of The Simpsons?
It's got 10
like just doesn't even have
seasons.
long.
And they're
long
like 10 episodes.
seasons.
Like 10 episodes. Yeah. It like it's. I mean, like, what do you reckon? Like, do you think it? I think it very heavily inspired Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
sort of stuff.
I actually think Futurama
I think it's
would have 100% worked as a live action show.
You reckon?
Yeah, for sure. I was watching it, I was like, this would be so big if it was live action, I reckon.
I feel like some of the comedy there is like animated though. I feel it'd be very
I think
expensive.
I know, but I think that you could get around with it being shit.
You think like really
like, I think it would be like a Spaced or a...
sort of like a 70s Star Trek aesthetic?
Like, yeah, I don't know. I just think like... I wouldn't be surprised...
Oh, Red Dwarf. Have you seen Red Dwarf?
Yeah, Red Dwarf, I think that's the one I was thinking of,
Yeah.
not Spaced. So yeah, I know, but really loving rewatching it.
It's
Especially because I definitely stopped paying attention to it after a point, and I'm keen to get to the episodes that I don't.
Have you seen
remember.
the final?
No. Or is that Bender's big?
No, that's like I think they got cancelled, and then I think that was their coming back like episodes. The ending, I'm not going to spoil it, but fuck it, like it's so strong.
Yeah.
Like conceptually and emotionally.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, get keen for that. All right.
Let's wrap it up. Alright, gang, next week we're going to be getting back into our superhero month, and we're going to be reviewing the Tom Hardy classic Venom as part of our bad
smutty classic.
smutty, sexy Venom. Ooh la la. As part of our bad superhero month. So keen to get on board with a little cheeky bit of Venom.
Love that. If you like the films we're doing, or we want to pick a film that we want to review, you can email us at askwwtpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, somebody requested this episode, so
That's exciting.
yeah.
Look at us. If you send us an email, we'll do
Because
anything.
we'll fucking do it. We sat through this.
If you
so-
say do music again, we'll do it. You
Yeah.
have all the control. I can't stress to you how willing we are. We'll do anything. Thank you for listening.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.